Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. One should find a lot of irony in the fact that after the Atlanta shooting, that Biden jumped in with the StopAsianHate, bandwagon. And the very next day, his own Secretary of State turns and just viciously attacks the delegation from China in a meeting to which both the leaders of both the America and China had agreed to. This was supposed to be a diplomatic meeting. I did try to find video from the second day of those meetings, and there were really none to be found. After the U.S. delegation had their ass handed to them, suddenly the media was evicted and was not allowed in for the rest of the first day, or on the second day. It was, from what I can tell, the second day never even completed. It was more like it was supposed to be 2 days, and it seems to me like it turned out to be a day and a half. They are supposed to have a third meeting on Friday. So let's wait and see what comes out of that one. It is no surprise that we see this horrendous hatred toward Asians in this country, because this is not something new for this country. You take a look back through American history and British history. I'll let you look up for yourselves the history of opium dens and the opium wars in China as related to British colonization. But let's go forward a bit and look at the way that Asian immigrants were treated in 1800s America, on the railroads and the docks. And why do you think that these Asian communities built up their little Chinatowns and so forth in all of the coastal cities, on the East Coast and the West Coast? It was because within those communities they felt safer around one another, because they were attacked elsewhere and underpaid, cheated out of their pay, etc. You go forward even further, and I'm going to include, Asian, Eurasian, and Polynesian people. Hawaii would not be a state if it had not been militarily occupied by the United States, and many Hawaiians still feel that they are militarily occupied. They weren't really given a choice whether to become a state. You keep going forward and look at like Japan only attacked Pearl Harbor because of the U.S. oil embargo imposed upon Japan. And we dropped 2 nuclear bombs, the only 2 nuclear bombs ever dropped on any populace. We dropped 2 nuclear bombs on Japan needlessly. History has shown clearly that Japan would have surrendered within 6 more weeks, and our government knew it. And the reason that Japan was ready to surrender was not because of the United States. It was because of Russia. After defeating the Nazis, Russia was turning their sights on Japan. And this is historical fact. You cannot change this. If you doubt it, look it up before saying anything. This is fact. All right? Look at the other attacks this country has conducted on Asian countries. North Korea. During the Korean War, we bombed North Korea so much that I think there were like 3 buildings left standing in the entire country. When General Douglas MacArthur looked at the devastation, he threw up. The only reason that we are remaining in South Korea is for a military occupation. If South Korea told our military to leave, then basically America would leave. Wait, it's very possible that our government would shut down our embassy there. Vietnam. The only reason we were in Vietnam, we were in South Vietnam, fighting North Vietnam. Why? Military occupation. So, of course, that one failed. You got Cambodia, Laos, the Philippines. All right, so there's a partial list of countries. Oh, did I leave out the Marshall Islands? Yeah, look what happened there. All right, so from when we look at the history of the United States, back to World War II, how about Japanese internment camps in this country during World War II? Yeah, this country has treated Asians horribly throughout our history. And then you come up to modern times. And I know a lot of people want to blame all of this hatred exclusively on Trump, but keep in mind it was Obama who started the pivot to Asia. But yeah, then Trump comes out and, talks about the China virus. But it didn't stop with him. And, Biden is becoming even more aggressive toward China than Trump was. At least for the most part, Trump basically kept it all on trade. And that's not what Biden or his administration is doing. If you have Asian friends or coworkers, let them know that you are with them, you back them, and don't make it all dramatic or some shit. But, be subtle about it. All right? So, just let people know that you actually care about them as a person, okay? And if there are any protests or anything like that, then attend if possible. And, we as a nation, no matter what our government does, no matter what some horrible people in this country may do, we make our own choices. And we need to show that our choices are to support fellow human beings. All right, share this video, talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.